Just look at that. That is Marry Me Chicken. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing Marry Me Chicken. A chicken dish, no idea where it came from. I've been flooded with requests. It's doing the rounds. They all say, give me my take on Marry Me Chicken. So I'm going to cook Marry Me Chicken with chicken thighs. Now I've taken the bone out and I've left the skin on. I like the crunchy skin on a chicken dish like this. That is optional, entirely up to you. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs or chicken breast, up to you. If you're using chicken breast, you're going to have to butterfly it open and have 2 pieces of chicken. Okay, first job then. We have to salt and pepper, season our chicken thighs. You have to season the chicken both sides, and then I'm going to dredge it in flour or dust it in flour. So I want some freshly ground black pepper. Now you can use as much as you want, that's up to you, as you know. Season to taste. Salt. Nice little bit of salt on that skin. So we want a little bit of that smoked paprika on there. Turn it over and we are going to do this side. You have to season now. Do not season in the flour. You leave, unless you can get all the flour on the chicken, you're not getting the seasoning on that you put on there. Season the meat first and then dust it in your flour. In here I've got some flour and we're going to just lightly dust the chicken. And you can see already that the seasoning's trapped onto the chicken. That is why we season first. Now, because we're making a lovely creamy sauce, I'm going in there with some butter. I'm also going in there with some olive oil, because this is a sort of a creamy Mediterranean type dish. Now you might think there's a lot of butter and oil in here, but I'm going to start the chicken off in here and then I'm going to carry on with the sauce. Chicken thighs, skin side down. We want to brown up, crisp up that chicken skin. And that's also going to release the chicken fats into that butter and oil. Superb. Okay, we need to be turning these over and putting a little bit of cooking on this side. They look tremendous. We got a nice little bit of cooking on our chicken there, look. That'll do nicely. We're going to just bring that straight out onto a tray. Now this is going to go back in a minute, you know. Now we've got all that lovely juices and everything in there, look. Straight in with our onion and garlic. Let's give that a little sauteing off in there. So you can cook this down as far as you want. You can end up with really brown garlic and onions in there. It's not necessary because we're making a sauce, making a creamy sauce. So you don't have to brown everything. So we're just going to go in there with a good pinch of dried oregano. Now if you've got fresh, put that in. Now you can put in what herbs you so wish. That's up to you. I'm going in there with a little bit of dried thyme. I'm going to give all that a stir in. We want all that in there. So that's about got it, look. We've got a very faint tinge on there. Now I'm going to go in there with some tomato puree or tomato paste. So we're going to go in with about a tablespoon, somewhere like that. Stir it in. Now we need to start to cook this in because it's quite sour. All tomato paste is quite sour. So just bring that in there and start to cook it off in your pan. Now you can put basil leaves in here if you so want, or dried basil. We're going to probably put some chopped in basil at the end after we've cooked it down, because the basil only needs to go in. It doesn't have to cook. Nearly every recipe has got Dijon mustard, and they have a good wallop of the stuff in there, you know. But Dijon mustard is quite sour, so we are not putting a wallop in. We're putting about a teaspoon in only, no more than that. Then we're going to add some chicken stock. Got about a cupful there, and that's made with a cube actually. You know, nothing fancy, straight out the cupboard. Give that a little stir through. Oh, already you see, we've got this lovely sauce forming. I've got some frozen spinach, which I have defrosted and I have chopped through. Now in my fridge I have one of those little freezers, and I always have frozen spinach. If you can't get hold of fresh, you can take the frozen out, use it any time. That's my choice obviously, but I like to have spinach on hand. It goes in curries, many dishes. So we just warm that back through in there with that. Now this recipe calls for sun-dried tomatoes, and by chance we dry our own tomatoes here, so we can use as many as we want. So there's some tomatoes. Give that a stir in. Now they're going to rehydrate a little bit in there. That'll be fantastic. If you're using out of a jar, just slice them all up, chop them through, so you have some lovely tomatoes. And we're putting a little bit of spice in this. This is dried chili flakes. Now this is homemade, it is quite strong. So you put in whatever chili flakes you can get your hands on, or whatever you like to use. Don't go too bananas. Obviously we don't want to spice it up so it really blows our off, even though it's a marry me chicken. We are going in there with a good dollop of cream. Now this is a whipping cream, but it's a high stability whipping cream, and if there's not quite enough, we will be stirring some more in. Now with any creamy dish like this, we want a little bit of lemon zest to freshen it up. Now I've showed you how to use a zesty before. You come over the top and you can see what you're zesting off. Now we don't want much lemon zest because we're not making a lemon pudding. We want a tiny bit of lemon zest, just that hint in there, that's all it is. Nothing overpowering at all. As you can see, we hardly have any there, just enough to get in there and put that little bit of lemon flavour hidden, but just creeping through. So we want a nice little stir through in there, look. We're not trying to boil this to death, we're trying to warm it all through and get all those flavours in there. And then we need to take some parmesan, and we're going in there with a lump of parmesan. I'm going to stir that through, and then we'll serve some over on the end. Just stir that in. It's going to put that lovely cheesy flavour through our sauce. And then we're returning our chicken. How easy is this recipe to come together? And it's got that buttery chicken juices, that's in there. Okay, we got a little bit of chopped basil here. We're just going to put that in and stir this little bit in for cooking. Now we don't want to be cooking it too long now. We just want to put that underlying basil flavour in there. So all we're doing is warming through that chicken. When you feel it's warm enough and you think you've got enough sauce, whether you want to cook it down a lot further and make it thicker, that's up to you. But when you think it's ready, you serve it up. It's cooked, that's it. That is absolutely fantastic. Good choice of meat. We're using the chicken thighs. They are absolutely perfectly cooked, as you can see. Nice, juicy chicken thighs. You've got that basil in there, you've got the spinach, parmesan, tomatoes. Just look at that. That is marry me chicken. Just look at that. Will you marry me? Will you marry me chicken? Oh, look in here. Oh, perfectly cooked chicken. Oh, that is exceptional. You got that lovely sauce, that creamy sauce with the onions, the sun-dried tomatoes, the spinach, oh, the parmesan. Just over the top with a little bit more parmesan. Oh, look at that. Oh, that. Oh, come in here for this chicken. Look at this chicken. Perfectly cooked. Oh, that is exceptional. Well, that is Marry Me Chicken made. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends. All that kind of stuff. We'll catch you in the next video.